Hey everyone, coming to you this week with Fancy Boy Food Show, episode 7. So let's just get right down to it. It's been a great week, and I actually started a new job just last week, and I'm a lot closer to Trader Joe's, so I made a trip out, and let's talk about what we're into. So I found, let's see if I can hold it up, Danish Kringle. I love Kringles. I eat them a lot around Christmas. It's like a Dutch, German, Eastern European sort of pastry. The dough is made of butter, flour, and sour cream. It looks just like this. You can tell it comes in a circle. I've already done some damage. It's absolutely delicious. And this one, as is everything this time of year, is pumpkin spice, I think. Where is it? Yeah. No, I mean, I know it's pumpkin spice. Made by a bakery called Danish Bakery out of Wisconsin. I'm in Virginia, so it definitely traveled a long way. That's not a great thing for me. I don't, keep carbon costs down where you can. But I saw it and I couldn't help myself. Every time I see a Kringle, I'll buy it. A, I love the name, and B, they're usually really tasty. It's just an old school Danish kind of thing. It's rolled and stuffed. This one definitely has like a pumpkin pie kind of sweet brown sugar, a lot of molasses, heavy on the pie spice. And then it's topped with, it looks like a mapley brown sugar frosting. And I think these are walnuts. Yeah, walnuts. So it's absolutely delicious. My favorite part, though, what drew my eye, was this little, I don't know if you can see, I'll hold it up. Very like asterisks and obelisks kind of Gaul Viking looking baker dude. So gotta love that. They're absolutely delicious. It was like $8 though. And I normally don't spend that kind of money. I mean, $8 is $8, but I don't like to spend a lot on sweets and pastries because I can make them myself. I make a lot of cakes and stuff at home. But I definitely think it's tasty, and I hope there's some left when my wife gets home to try. Other things I'm into this year, it's officially pumpkin season. I mean, fall's here. We're past the equinox, so got some pumpkin puree filling, or pumpkin pie filling. What's it called? Yeah, just canned pumpkin. Best thing about canned pumpkin is it's not actually pumpkin. This is canned squash, usually butternut, hard squash. There's actually a weird thing, I'm sure you're out there thinking, how can it be called pumpkin if it's not pumpkin? Apparently, this product has a unique waiver from, I want to say, the USDA, Department of Agriculture. That makes sense. That pumpkin can be called, or squash can be called pumpkin. I mean, they're essentially very similar. They're both like gourdish type of vegetables. Grow the seeds inside, hard flesh. The thing about making pies out of actual pumpkin, though, at least the commercially, monoculturally, popular ones you see at the grocery store this time of year, when you're carving them, is they're too watery. So when you make pie out of them, when you cook them, there's just so much water involved. Whereas butternut squash has that very rich, almost custardy, super dense kind of texture. It's just better in a pie. If you've ever made a pie out of an actual pumpkin, you have to drain the flesh a lot after you roast it before you actually make your pie filling. Yeah, so anyways, that's a lot of information about a 69-cent can of pie that I got from, I want to say this came from Lidl yesterday. Stokely's, never heard of it. It's not the normal brand I see, but I'm also not looking too hard. Let's see. It's made in Seneca, New York, Marion, New York. It's absolutely delicious. I put scoops of this in my oats in the morning, overnight oats specifically. I like overnight oats. I like the texture a lot better. I also put scoops of this into chia pudding or my smoothies, and then I make things traditionally with it, like apple pie. Yeah, apple pie from pumpkins. No, pumpkin pie. I really want to get into some sweet potato pies this year because I've heard good things and I never really made them. But yeah, if you're looking for pumpkin, this is great in a smoothie. I did a pumpkin pie and chocolate chip smoothie. I think I actually posted about that this morning, and it was absolutely delicious. Super easy. Check out the Instagram for the recipe. Shameless plug there. All right. Last thing I'm into right now is Oktoberfests. I'm not a big beer drinker anymore. I drink a lot more wine. I guess that's not true. I'm not a big craft drinker anymore. I just don't, honestly, I love craft beer. It gets pricey. Lidl has really nicely priced ones, so does Aldi. And I love supporting local breweries. I'm not as big of a fan of craft beer as I used to be. I'll still drink them, and I still seek out ones I really like, but I used to fill my fridge with craft brews all the time. This is obviously a contract brew. So if you know what that means, or if you don't rather, contract brewing is when you contact one of the large regional breweries around. There's so many of them. Most breweries will rent you space or custom create something to your specifications and then run it through a bottling line and put specific labels on it if they're of a size that they can handle that kind of volume. There's a big gypsy brewing thing in craft beer now, where basically, like, good examples would be Mikkeller, and then also Evil Twin, and then who else? Sweetwater. If you're in the Mid-Atlantic, Brian Strumke from Sweetwater is a gypsy brewer. And basically, what you do when you're a gypsy brewer is you may have an idea for a beer, or you know what you want to make, but you don't want to buy or build out commercial space. So you go to, like I said, one of these many breweries. A big one is Two Roads out of Connecticut, and you contract brew. There's a bunch everywhere, though. I'm sure if you Googled it, you could find a brewery who'd be more than willing to brew you a beer. Actually, one of the largest and best known stories of a contract brew is Sam Adams. They started brewing their beer in Pittsburgh, actually, contracted and then sold in the Massachusetts market. But yeah, apparently the original contract brewery that they used was in Pittsburgh. All right, so anyways, off topic. This time of year, you get the Martzen style Oktoberfest lager. I'm sure you've had them. They're amber and malty. They're absolutely delicious. One of my favorite times and styles. I find I like to drink beers, different beers at different times of the year, and definitely love a Martzen on a nice crisp evening. It's actually beautiful outside, so I'm probably going to go, once I finish this video up, I'm going to crack this and go sit outside with the dogs. So yeah, Oktoberfest lager, lagers versus ales. If you know the difference, lagers are fermented hot. Lagers are fermented cool, between 50 and 60 degrees. 65-ish is the upper end, and then ales are fermented hot between. No, I messed that up. Lagers are cold at like 40 to 55 is the upper end. Yeah, 45 to 55 maybe, a little higher. And then, yeah, ales ferment hot. Like 65 is the upper range at 68, 70, 72, your room temperatures. Anyways, ales came first, lagers came second. It's pretty much undisputed at this point. And I'm making a lot of generalities. If you are into beer, I apologize if I offended you. But yeah, so this is fermented at cool temperatures. It's traditionally brewed in Germany, Bavaria. So it's going to be, necessity was, once upon a time before refrigeration, you would brew at the temperature, the nature gave you. So in cooler temperatures, you saw lagers, and warmer temperatures, you saw ales. So yeah, it's going to be crisp and clean. It's going to have a definite biscuit tang to it. At least an Oktoberfest should. It's going to be malty, lightly hoppy. Definitely not overly hopped. This isn't a bad example, actually. I think it's like $7 for a 6-pack, so it's really not breaking the bank. 12-ounce bottles. It's by their Craft Explorer series, and if you're familiar with Lidl's offerings, they've got some weird stuff in there. They've got, like, what was one of my most interesting recent finds was like, I want to say it was like a chai apple saison, which didn't sound, that doesn't sound great to me. They've usually got some goofy stouts, and they always have like a fruity IPA or something, like a tangerine kind of like Ballast Point Sculpin-y type thing in cans. They don't have a bad wheat beer by this line. And then this is, like I said, I'm going to pop this right now, actually. Sweet beer opener. Got it from a friend. It's Whale Slayer, if you're into that kind of cool thing. Yeah, so, let's see. Yeah, absolutely delicious. Tastes like a lot of Martens I've had. A little bit of phenolic bitterness. It seems like the hop profile is a little more present than I'm usually used to in this style. But it's absolutely delicious. I love Martens. I love lagers in general. So yeah, definitely into that right now. I've got a month or so before I'll be tired of Martens and I'll stop drinking them. But it's October, so why not? Next month it'll be, Beaujolais Nouveau, or the end of this month. So that's coming. Louis Chateau, here I come. So yeah, if you're into trying the stuff I'm into this week, pumpkin puree, throw it in your smoothies. A teaspoon of pumpkin spice goes a long way with this stuff. Put it in your oats, put it in your breakfast cereal. I don't know, put it anywhere. It tastes great. It's got so many uses other than pie, but you could always just make a pie. My friends over at the Danish Bakery in Racine, Wisconsin. Hope I'm saying that right. My dude, little Viking bro. Yeah, absolutely delicious. $7. Trader Joe's. Oh no, I'm in trouble. I just spilled some beer. All right, later guys. Peace and love.